Alright, so I've been planning on starting to slowly phase out Geometry Dash content and just gaming content as a whole for my channel, so yeah. Now, I've been listening to The Weeknd for a few years now, and I kind of started to enjoy his music, so I was thinking about making my first non-gaming video on this channel, an album review for After Hours by The Weeknd, because that just came out, so, you know, profit. Also, when I say non-gaming, Chair.exe kinda doesn't count, so don't even. I'm not really sure how I'm going to make this video work, but we'll see, so without further ado, let's get into this completely pointless video. Alone Again is a really unique sounding song, but the lyrics are just a tad repetitive. Okay, well, the lyrics aren't exactly that repetitive, but the way the song kind of goes, the only words you can really hear out of any of the other words are Alone Again, which makes sense given the fact the song's name is Alone Again. But the thing that bothers me about that is, like, literally the rest of the lyrics are just completely inaudible, making the song just sound kind of off. As for the instrumentals, I think they sound great. There's a sort of haunting atmosphere they give off. Most of the songs in this album have a similar feel to this one, but they go about it completely differently. Critiques aside, the song is pretty solid. I don't really like number scores, so I'll say it's a not bad out of 10. Too Late is the second song in the album, and it reminds me of Starboy, a song from his prior album. The song is way slower than the rest of the music inside of this album, featuring a very simple instrumental instead of trying to focus on vocals and altering them, especially during the chorus. Especially during the drop where he says "oh" several times, and they have this weird constant pitch shift that I can't particularly describe. It sounds pretty good nonetheless. I'd give it a not bad out of 10, and also if you want, I'll play what I'm describing. It sounds pretty cool, honestly. But okay, on to the next one. Hardest to Love is a song that I can only describe as something you would hear at a wedding, which is also something I can say for the next song. The song has a very fast-paced instrumental in the background which delivers an interesting contrast compared to the slower vocals. I'm not really a fan of the song, nor do I really see anyone listening to it outside of, like I said before, a wedding, so I just give it like a whatever out of 10. Scared to Live reminds me of something by Bruno Mars, or once again, a song you'd hear at a wedding, with the song having an incredibly slow chorus and the rest of the song being about falling in love in a house, not being a home without a lover. The latter being a recurring theme in this album. Overall, I'd say the song is fine, nothing special though, out of 10, of course. Snow Child is probably my favorite song out of this entire album. The song reminds me of something you'd hear in a lo-fi playlist. Everything in the song is slow, the instrumentals are slow, and the vocals are slow. Pitch shift here for funny, by the way. I put that in the script, I'm not even joking. The first chorus has a really good use of reverb, and I swear to God, take a shot every time I say instrumentals in this video. The instrumental had a weird thing going on in the background, which I can only describe as, what if we had a guitar, but that guitar didn't sound like a guitar, but it was lo-fi sounding, but was a kettle drum. It sounds really clean, and I'll play it for you real quick. By the way, I wrote in the script, play the fucking song here and fade out, lol. I cannot make this up. Bias aside, the song is probably the third best song on the album next to Blinding Lights and After Hours, which the song is named after. I'd give it a pretty darn good out of 10. The song sucks, don't listen to it. Okay, but it has some merits. In the first half, they play around with stacking his vocals in order to make it sound like, you know, a song. But the way they went about it is pretty nifty, so credit where it's due. But overall, the song is pretty awful compared to the rest of the songs in the album. So just don't bother with it. I mean, you can give it a listen if you want to, but I would not recommend it. So I'd give it a shit out of 10. On to the next one. Heartless isn't really all that special in terms of the song itself. It sounds just like any other rap song. The song is named Heartless because he's singing about him becoming heartless over time because of
society.
The topic this song touches on is that of being selfish, with him being unable to do things for other people and only focusing on himself, with him descending into madness throughout the song, and the video accompanying it, which could sound interesting in theory, but it doesn't sound great given his execution. I wouldn't say there really is anything wrong with the song, but there isn't anything good about it either, other than the lyrics. It's just kind of whatever, so that's the score I'm going to give it. It's a whatever out of 10. On to the next. Faith has a really unique feel to it. The chorus has a different sort of
Vibe.
to it, which is similar to the only reason that I didn't think Escape from LA was all that terrible, and that's because of the way they stack the vocals on top of each other. The chorus is him singing, but layered on top of itself like a lot of times. I know, very specific, but it sounds good nonetheless. The instrumentals also sound pretty good, nothing special though. I'd give it a sexy out of 10. Blinding Lights is probably the second best song in the entire album in my opinion. The song sounds like something from Knight Rider or Tron Legacy. Overall, the entire song gives off this sort of 80s vibe, which I really enjoy. One thing that I would like to compliment are the lyrics. They start off really positive and slowly like just descend. I really like that. It kind of shows off like what this album is for. It's him slowly descending into madness, which I think the song executes very, very well. Overall, I'd give the song a pretty hot out of 10. On to the next. I don't really know how to feel about the song. I like the way it sounds. It sounds like Blinding Lights. It sounds like something out of the 80s, which is really cool. Instead of focusing more on, for the love of God, instrumentals, it focuses more on the vocals, which sounds really cool, especially because I swear to God, instrumentals sound like a mix of jazz and hip-hop, which sounds like this one's for you Geometry Dashers out there.
Creo.
Overall, the song is a pretty nifty out of 10, so I'm gonna give it a pretty nifty out of 10. Judging by the name of the song, you'd probably be right to assume the song is slow-paced and sad, except you're not right. You're wrong. You're completely wrong. The only thing slow about the song is the chorus, and even then, it's still pretty fast-paced. The entire premise of this song is that you just need to be happy, which is a surprising message, especially given the whole theme of this album being all edgy and stuff. This is one of my favorite songs on this entire album, which isn't saying that much, especially given the fact that most of the songs on this album are really good. So I'd give it an Ed Sheeran out of 10. I don't really know what to say about the song. It sounds good, but there isn't really any input I can physically give other than that. I like what they did with the, I fucking swear, instrumental. It sounds like a guitar but reverbed. I give it a noise out of 10.
Thought I almost died in my dream again.
Finally, the song this entire album is named after. This is easily the best song in the entire album. At the beginning of the song, everything is really slow, which helps give way to the haunting atmosphere. They also play around with the vocals in really interesting ways. After that, we move to the chorus, where at the first time, they play it like way slower than the rest of the song. But they play the chorus a few more times, and each of the choruses are faster paced. I can't particularly describe it, so I'm just gonna hope you know what I mean. At about 2 minutes into the song picks up pace and starts to sound like something you'd hear in, once again, Knight Rider or Tron. It sounds really unique, and I'm a huge fan of the way they executed it. During the second chorus, the song plays around with some things that I can only describe as, what if you put Inception sounds in the song, but they sounded good, but they weren't Inception sounds, but they were music-y. After the second chorus, the song starts to slow down a ton and moves into a part where the only thing really going on are the vocals, which is a really interesting contrast to the fast-paced middle portion of the song, and the start and the end being incredibly slow. It sounds really good. The song's main topic is that of failure, and I think the lyrics portray that theme very well. I also find it impressive that the song is 6 minutes long and it manages to sound good the entire time. Like, seriously, I do not know a single song other than this one that actually sounds good the entire time. I'd give this song a holy shit what out of 10. This song focuses less on lyrics and instead uses The Weeknd's vocals as an instrument. I would call it a cappella, but it isn't most of the time. There is a combination of guitar and piano usually accompanying his voice. The entire song is slow and I like it that way. My only complaint, which is more of just a completely minor nitpick, is that it's incredibly hard to understand the vocals, which was probably the point, so that's just a nitpick. The song's theme is trying to cut someone out of your life no matter the cost, which is an interesting subject to touch upon. I'm assuming this isn't what he meant by the lyrics, but something I relate to, losing someone and trying to force them out of your head. The way the song executes this topic is really intriguing and I love the way he went about it. One more thing about the song I enjoy is that around the 2 minute and 30 second mark, the song begins to a thing I can only describe as just break apart. With the ending of the song being just a few tones from the prior songs playing and the song just stopping, which in my opinion is a really cool way to end an album. Overall, I'd say the song is really good, out of 10, of course. This album as a whole is incredible, as with most of The Weeknd's tracks. Every single song has a super unique feel to it, especially the songs later in this album. I like the sort of psychological feel this album gives off, with the lyrics being about him slowly descending into madness because of heartbreak and some other past experiences. One thing that I will say I found interesting, that in the short film for the album, from my understanding it's about a rapidly declining mental state, especially with the part at the end of the video being only what I could describe as him being unable to function, with him standing behind a couple in an elevator not saying anything and the door just closing. If I were to give this album and its story a number score, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, on to the outro. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, because I am going to be making more videos like this, and I'll try to start uploading at least weekly with these kinds of videos. Special thanks to Triple Ash Arctic and Icy Terrain. All of their links will be in the description if I can find them, of course, because they helped me make this video. They pretty much just proofread everything, especially Triple Ash, because I showed him the script and he pretty much helped me make this make any sense. I don't know what else. It's a really good album. Please listen to it if you like this kind of music. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Blinding Lights is probably the second best song on the entire album, in my opinion. The song sounds like something from Knight Rider or Tron Legacy. The entire song gives off the sort of 80s vibe to it, which I really enjoy. Overall, the song is a hot out of 10, but there is one more thing I want to go over. The lyrics, really good. There's a sort of thing they give off where, they just kind of descend into madness over time with, the way that they are. I don't know how to word it, but, so it's... What? I don't really know how to feel about this song. I like the way it sounds, Blinding Lights. It sounds like something out of the 80s, which is pretty cool. Instead of focusing more on, for the love of God, the instrumental, the song tries to focus more on vocals, which sounds really cool, especially because I swear to fucking God, instrumentals sound like a mix of jazz and hip-hop, which sounds